Well, back in Salford out. We've went through the other one and washed it, placed some bushings and all that stuff on it, on the rear baskets, like that area somewhere. I'm gonna do that to this one too. Probably gonna weld some nuts on that first. The third nut should be there. Rain, like I said, like 7/10 over the weekend, so it is wet. It's too wet to get that out, but we can get it ready and start getting this ready. It's the getting ready season. Let's get like 70 sometime this week. Start getting spring fever before we know it, even though it's way too early for that. Well, far from clean, but it's not ready to wash. And it feels great outside today. Great. Farmer bolt there, it looks like. And that basket needs replaced. We had one bent, got one in, it was the wrong one. So, going over it, that will be replaced. Still waiting for the third nut so we can get the third blade on here, but I'm gonna go ahead and weld these two that are on here, help hold them on. Right through there. Dad's over here doing body work, custom paint jobs.
Do body work.
Yeah.
Somehow my truck got scratched from here down through here and here and back there, and I'm doing a little touch-up paint. Don't really know what happened. Just scratched down the bed on this one side.
Sounds like an angry woman.
That
looks a little better.
Yeah, you can tell there where I went second coat.
Got those two welded on. President's Day's probably got the metal screwed up a little bit. Now I'm gonna come out and at least get started washing on this. I mean, if anybody shows up and wants to do it, they can. Let's get started on it.
All right, well, I've been working on my pickup almost all day. I finally got it fixed, but so I thought I'd share a little bit of info. So I had a little bit of a squeaking that has become permanent. I got a 2024 Ford 6.7 diesel. Anyway, this idler right here, right there, top metal, basically top metal of your main serpentine belt. I've got a secondary. I got two alternators. So anyway, on your main one, of course, everything's hard to get to. Wound up having to, I took off this top alternator so I could get to this bottom tensioner down in here. Wait, I'm not doing a very good job here. Anyway, you take that off. Took off that to get that bottom tensioner so I could take off that inside serpentine belt. Now that idler is on a 10-day back order from Ford. So I had ordered it. That idler there, ain't nothing to it. It's just an idler. So I got thinking about it over lunchtime. I just took it off and wondered if we could get to the bearing, and you can. And it doesn't even have a snap ring holding it in or nothing. You just drive it in, drive it out. So I drove it out. Just a small bearing with the tri-state bearing. So for 10 bucks, I got a bearing and got it fixed instead of spending 45, 50 bucks at Ford for the, well, of course you would have had a new idler pulley plus the bearing, because they ain't gonna sell them separate. So anyway, we got that fixed. I've already started it and tried it. Everything works. Don't forget to take my rag out. Put my air breather, rest of the air intake all together. But so anyway, back together, back going.
Salford's all washed up, looking pretty. I'm gonna try and get it in the shop. Had to have the planter in there because Gerald from John Deere is gonna be here trying to put some implement guidance on it so the sprayers can follow it right down the road better. I'm gonna try that this year. Now first, see if I can get this in here and unfolded. That's the question. Well, I think it's gonna fit. Like a glove. We already did this on the other Salford. We're gonna do it on this one. These bushings right here, the baskets go onto the frame. They definitely got some play in them. So those are supposed to be tight, so we're gonna change those. Some of the bolts are seized in there. You can't get them. Can't get them out. Had to cut them. His came right out though.
Magic touch.
Magic touch.
For this one.
Adding stuff to the planter. David's on top there. We'll need a John Deere receiver up there. Gerald's doing wiring, running a bunch of wiring back here. We'll have another John Deere receiver right here on the front of the tank sticking up. I'm working on that. Dad's working for a place to mount the switch so he'll know when it's down. When it's down, it'll record where we're at, and since we'll have this receiver right back in front of the tank, back where the actual rows are, and it's John Deere guidance, then our sprayers should be able to follow them like that. At least that's the theory. So that's why we're putting this on here. And we'll probably might also add a stream to the nitrator so he can follow it exact too. So making it better for the passes coming behind the planter. Got the brackets, different brackets made. They got the wiring all done. Now we're just gonna get their correct measurements in. Well, that's how she's gonna look. There's one up there, can't quite see it. The other one go here. Just get measurements and take that off and paint it so it looks a little better. But that's how she'll work. This receiver back here, more where the planter's actually running, maybe more exact for the sprayers and such. He's doing that. This nut came in yesterday, day before. Anyways, gonna get the last blade on the track-hoe mower. Give her a few ugga-dugs with this thing, and then we'll weld it. Got our brackets that we made for the globes off, painted. We'll put them back on and tie the wires back up, and that project will be done for a little bit. David moved the disc back in, work on it, but then he got a call from a truck driver. Gotta work on a truck first. Start a truck repair business?
Negative, Ryder. No, I do not.
Not even a little bit, huh?
Not even a little bit. On
and mounted. Needs one on the tractor and back there. And then when I go to plant, it's got that sensor, know when I'm down. I just gotta make sure I have the right field in, and then they'll be able to go in on their guidance lines and use it. I could actually put all my, I got two sunglasses on, don't I? I could actually put all my planting stuff too in there. Then I'll be on John Deere field ops too, but got it in climate and got it in cases, so I got enough data, I think. Fred made it in, got some fender issues. Well done. Cleaning. Sticking. All right, that one's done and mounted. And it looks like the truck's done too. I don't think these wires will get wrapped up. I had a nice little spot here to kind of keep them hid. Well, David ran over to his house to check out something with the bins. So I'm wanting to wait to fold that up, put it away till somebody's here to watch. Pretty sure my wires are perfectly fine, but didn't hurt to have somebody watch the first time. So while it's so nice out, nobody's here, I'm gonna wash off the concrete. It could use it. Always scrape it off with the skid steer and then wash the rest off. So you got something clean to wash on. Looking better. A lot of mud, a lot of dirt on that Salford. And that front wheel assist. That's better. Clean enough to get dirty again now. And Dad's back there watching. Looks like it should fit. No problem. Back in the shed. Just need to get those gloves activated and need a mount for this. Another screen. Another screen. They'll know where I'm at. They're always tracking me. Even know where my planter's at now. Down the pit we go. Getting in's the only sketchy part. Starting day by servicing Bethany's car. Smoke shows. She ain't been on here for a while. It needs it. It's a little overdue. Then I'll get back on that Salford. And today's Dad's birthday, 73rd birthday. Officially, both of the old guys outlived their dad. He died at 72, and I believe it was 94, spring of 94, I think. So that's good. It's a GMC Yukon, and tell you what, this is handy. I always like it. Well, first off, there's not a cover you gotta take off, and the plug's there, yeah, right there, and the filter's right there next to each other. You can catch it in the same pan. Always better. Then we blow this out with air out to our used oils in the outside. You those have been watching it, seen it several times. All right, put a filter on, start putting some. Plug her up, start putting some oil in. A special little key that goes on one of them, I guess, so it don't get stolen. It's really warmed up. I think yesterday it got up in the lower 70s. I think it's 70 right now. Sun's out. It was supposed to rain. The first one missed. Looks like the ground's firmed up enough to maybe move that traco, well, over there. Just on the bottom side of the hill. It's the last job we really need to do with it. Mow back a fence line just a little bit and then mow a long ditch. It's gonna take a while, so we're gonna do it when you get started. I'm gonna come out and grab either the gator or the buck and see if it looks dry enough to take it down there. When it gets caught in the rain, at least it's there. You don't have to track all that ways. It's behind me. All right, come down along this way. There's ditches long. So far the wash hasn't washed on that back side like it did, but haven't got much rain yet either. I gotta make it down that woods right over there along that tree line. Where's the drier spot? Their spot's the only problems, but you can stay away from the pipes. Ain't too bad. And that's where we gotta go. I think we can do it. Yeah, we can do it here. Just mow, just mow it back then to that ditch, which it's a big ditch. Got sprayed, so hopefully it stays dead for a while. Well, it's nice enough to have the cab all the way open. I'll keep the door open, but bulletproof glass needs to go down. Strong stuff. Don't get hit much. I think I've had something hit it twice. It's been good. I need to make sure it gets shut good now. Here comes the rain. About got the end of this tree line. Or push back away so it looks better. Get a little wet. Get a little wet. Got a little wet. Yeah. Rain pretty decent out there. Not downpour, but pretty good rain. Well, started the day off with Mike Wilson. I didn't have the camera with me, had a carts here, so I missed it. We had some stuff shorting out, going over all the different things that we need to fix or get new to go on this old treater. Every time we try and get the pump to spin, it's blowing a fuse, so we might need a new pump. I do have one of those out there. Atomizer's not spinning. But I also do have another one of those off the other one I can put on here. Then we're gonna have to add another pump. He's gonna, want somebody with a little better electric experience to figure that out. Drum runs, it's just those two things. You know, I gotta add a thing. This runs, we've never had this before. Some kind of dry applicator, supposed to make them shiny. It's kind of a, looks like graphite, and it goes into the drum over here after it gets treated down on it. So a lot of new things to learn. But I'm gonna do all that later. I'm gonna try and get this finished today. Some of the bolts come right out. Right here's the bushing. There's two inside there. And then one that goes through it. You see it's got, that one's got some wiggle. But most of these, even though this bolt will spin, won't come out. So when we're putting new bushings in, we're also putting anti-seize on that bolt. And hopefully next time they'll come right out. Because as is, I'm gonna have to cut this one in 2 spots, then knock it out. Main bushing out, and these other ones are like, well, they're kind of weird. They go on the outsides, and you got to hit them out from the inside out. So we'll do that and knock them all in. That's what I use this for. Works good for that. Then put her back on, and never seize the bolt. There's one out. Those are all out. Now I'll just start putting these outside ones back in. Might be easier said than done. One in. All right, those are in. Now we'll just slide this in. There is a middle one in there that we're not replacing. I guess, I don't know, that comes out or it's made in there, but hoping this in here. Now I'll take away all our play. The more things play, the more things wear, the more things break. All right, bolt go through with never seize on it, washer. Our bushings we replace are in here, and a washer on each side, and another washer, then a lock nut. And that's it. Mug-a-dubs. This bushing on the inside is what's got the most wear. We can see it or not, but that'll do some good. That's what's doing the good. Well, move my way down. Started ratchet strap in the front. That made that way easier. And another good reason that we're doing this, I know there's at least 2, maybe more, that broke off in there. So hoping maybe that never sees an inside. Have a little give to him being getting seized up. I don't know. But there's some tornadoes north of here last night around Flat Rock. We farm around Flat Rock, so I'm gonna head up there, see if there's any damage, if there's any trees, wads of trees anywhere it's gonna need picked up. David's over cleaning out the new bin. We need to get it, we were wanting to get it empty so we can look at a few things on it. And Dad, everybody else is hauling. Of course, George is in Texas, and Dad's in Memphis watching Leighton, which is Garrett's second oldest. He plays, I don't know if he's starting left field or center field for Milliken. One of the two. Anyways, Dad drove down to Memphis to watch him. I'm going to Flat Rock, see if there's any tornado damage, and take a little break from that job. I didn't find any damage. That's good. Didn't see him from Route 1. I think it's east of Flat Rock. I heard at least one house, maybe two. And a lot of trees, but I didn't see it. Truck driver's come back. Eli's out there washing. We'll have to put that washer up after it's done. It's supposed to get cold tonight. It's like 40, I don't know, mid 40s today, which would have felt good a couple weeks ago. Feels kind of cool today. Still going through this. About done with this. David's been over cleaning on the new bin. I think the sweep's core way around, so keep working on this thing and see you next week.